You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Oh, 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 you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good.
Hi, my name is Sindoni. Thank you for tuning in to the Great American Ripoff. In today's program, I will put the spotlight on President-elect Barack Obama and the United States Senate. As I speak, congressional leaders are scrambling to line up Republican and Democratic leaders for a White House-backed vote to raise the United States borrowing limit to avert a debt default. By bringing back all the troops home from abroad who are guarding the poppy fields, we can solve the problem. I recently shared a story with you, the Obama scam revealed, regarding a bill Barack Obama wrote when he was a senator that became a law. You can simply Google Pickford versus Glickman and you'll learn more about the Obama scam. Today I would like to share with you the process of how a bill becomes a law, so that way you can have a better understanding of what is exactly going on behind closed doors in Washington, D.C. And after giving the explanation, I will expose where the money is actually going to and how the money is being transferred. It is my hope that these startling revelations will cause concerned American citizens to look into my allegations. And here is the process how a bill becomes a law. Any member of the House of Representatives can introduce a piece of legislation. Legislation is then handed to the clerk of the House or placed in the hopper. In the Senate, members must gain recognition of the presiding officer to announce the introduction of a bill during the morning hours. If any senator objects, the introduction of the bill is postponed until the next day. The bill is assigned a number, example, H.R. 1 or S1. The bill is labeled with the sponsor's name. The bill is sent to the Government Printing Office, GPO, and copies are made. Senate bills can be jointly sponsored. Members can co-sponsor the piece of legislation. Committee action. The bill is referred to the appropriate committee by the Speaker of the House or the presiding officer in the Senate. More often, the actual referral decision is made by the House or Senate parliamentarian. Bills may be referred to more than one committee, and it may be split so that parts are sent to different committees. The Speaker of the House may set time limits on committees. Bills are placed on the calendar of the committee to which they have been assigned. Failure to act on a bill is equivalent to killing it. Bills in the House can only be released from committee without a prior committee vote by a discharge petition signed by a majority of the House membership of at least 218 members. And here are the committee steps. Comments about the bill's merit are requested by government agencies. Bills can be assigned to subcommittee by chairman. Hearings may be held. Subcommittees report their findings to the full committee. Finally, there is a vote by the full committee. The bill is ordered to be reported. A committee will hold a markup session during which it will make revisions and additions. If substantial amendments are made, the committee can order the introduction of a clean bill which will include the proposed amendments. This new bill will have a new number and will be sent to the floor while the old bill is discarded. The chamber must approve, change, or reject all committee amendments before conducting a final passage vote. After the bill is reported, the committee staff prepares a written report explaining why they favor the bill and why they wish to see their amendments, if any, adopted. Committee members who oppose the bill sometimes write a dissenting opinion in the report. The report is sent back to the whole chamber and is placed on the calendar. In the House, most bills go to the Rules Committee before reaching the floor. The committee adopts rules that will govern the procedures under which the bill will be considered by the House. A closed rule sets strict time limits on debate and forbids the introduction of amendments. These rules can have a major impact on whether the bill passes. The Rules Committee can be bypassed in three ways. Members can move rules to be suspended, requiring 2/3 of the vote. And the final way, the House can use a calendar Wednesday procedure. Floor action. Legislation is placed on the calendar. At the House, bills are placed on one of 4 House calendars. They are usually placed on the calendars in the order in which they are reported, yet they don't usually come to the floor in this order. And some bills may never reach the floor at all. The Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader decide what will reach the floor and when. Legislation can also be brought to the floor by a discharge petition. At the Senate, legislation is placed on the legislative calendar. There is also an executive calendar to deal with treaties and nominations. Scheduling of legislation is the job of the Majority Leader. Bills can be brought to the floor whenever a majority of the Senate chooses. Debate. House debate is limited by the rules formulated in the Rules Committee. The Committee of the Whole debates and amends the bill, but cannot technically pass it. Debate is guided by the sponsoring committee, and time is divided equally between proponents and opponents. The committee decides how much time to allot to each person. Amendments must be germane to the subject of a bill. No riders are allowed. The bill is reported back to the House, to itself, and is voted on. A quorum call is a vote to make sure that there is enough members present, 218, to have a final vote. If there is not a quorum, the House will adjourn or send a sergeant-at-arms out to round up missing members. At the Senate level, debate is unlimited unless cloture is invoked. Members can speak as long as they want, and amendments need not be germane. Riders are often offered. Entire bills can therefore be offered as amendments to other bills. Unless cloture is invoked, senators can use a filibuster to defeat a measure by talking it to death. Vote. The bill is voted on. If passed, then it is sent to the other chamber unless that chamber already has a similar measure under consideration. If either chamber does not pass the bill, then it dies. If the House and Senate pass the same bill, then it is sent to the President. If the House and Senate pass different bills, they are sent to conference committee. During the conference committee process, members from each house form a conference committee and meet to work out the differences. The committee is usually made up of senior members who are appointed by the presiding officers of the committee that originally dealt with the bill. The representatives from each house work to maintain their version of the bill. If the conference committee reaches a compromise, it prepares a written conference report which is submitted to each chamber. The conference report must be approved by both the House and the Senate. Once this has been approved, the President is then sent the bill to review. A bill becomes law if signed by the President, or if not signed within 10 days and Congress is in session. If Congress adjourns before the 10 days and the President has not signed the bill, then it does not become law. It's called a pocket veto. If the President vetoes the bill, then it is sent back to Congress with a note listing his or her reasons. The chamber that originated the legislation can attempt to override the veto by a vote of 2/3 of those present. A bill becomes a law once the bill is signed by the President or his veto is overridden by both houses. It becomes a law and is assigned an official number. And now I will make my point. In 2008, a junior U.S. Senator, Barack Obama, got a law passed to reopen a case that allowed more black farmers to sue for funds. This law was passed in dead silence. The American taxpayer now would have to pay out $1.25 billion. The perpetrator of this law was Barack Obama, and he should be punished fully. And everyone in the House and Senate is also responsible for looking the other way and letting this happen. So where did the money really go? And how was the money being transferred? And who benefited from passing this law? I will now share my theory with you where I believe the money resides. The money is now in a Thailand bank. And either one of three or all of three of these banks are responsible. Citibank of Thailand, JP Morgan Chase, and Bank of America. There are three banks in Thailand where the money most likely can be found. One is Bangkok Bank, the other is Kong Thai Bank, and the third is Siam Commercial Bank, all of Thailand. The money can be easily tracked through a SWIFT bank code that are used from the United States to transfer money to Thailand. The SWIFT code consists of 8 or 11 characters, and it is this code that is the routing number that will prove to Americans where their taxpayer dollars are really going. And why Thailand, some of you may be asking? I guess for the answer to that, we'd have to ask Barack Obama, whose birth records are still sealed. It is my belief that his father is King Bhumibol of Thailand. And if my allegations are proven to be correct, that would explain why our money is being stolen and sent to Thailand. And in closing, I like to show photos of the men and women who are responsible for the Great American Ripoff. I'd like to thank everyone for watching the Great American Ripoff.
Now